thank you all for being here. It's time for the next discussion about the ideas presented by Anna and by the professor. If someone wants to ask a question, please. I know it's late, that's 2 days.
14 minutes.
Anna, can you speak a little bit more about the relation of dememorization and identity?
Well, what do you mean about the dememorization?
The dememorization, that is to say, become Dr. Alzheimer.
Okay. Yeah, but I was thinking about how and why do you ask me that? When?
Because the relation you establish between the localization.
No, that's what I would like to understand better your question, because as we have seen along all this presentation, it seems that well, our memories are related to a place, and also localization is one of the things that people are aware of and more taking care of to not to install or to avoid. So your question
is that the relation of dememorization and the construction of identity in the digital world.
Yeah, but that's what I am saying to you, that it seems for me like a kind of contradiction, if you allow me to say it this way, because what we are seeing is that in this digital environment, it seems that we are dealing with a memorization never before in the history. So how can we manage that dememorization when it's all the contrary? That's what I would like to understand well.
Sure.
I sorry, I'm not, if I am tired, I cannot catch well, or...
If I might jump in?
Yeah.
According to one of my interviewees, there are two kinds of things. Some things that are meant to be forgotten, and some things that are maybe meant to be remembered. And banality, intimacy, things that we don't want to keep trace of, those we Snapchat, and they're not, it's not the birthday or the wedding. So there's like two different set of things, and I mean, at least the young adults or the teenagers know perfectly how to deal with that. So it's not that we are kind of archiving everything. We are forgetting many things. I mean, you watch your message once. I mean, it's not that you come over and over and over to your pics and your photos as if an 80-year-old person trying to remember all his or her life, personally, as I see it.
No, now I understand why you were asking me that. So this is a question of autonomy. Autonomy as a key area to deal with that. I mean, we have that possibility of dealing with that amount of data memories. Never before, they say. Never before we're used to that. But at the same time, we have that autonomy, no? Our ability, our willfulness to manage that. Obviously, it's something that it's like the phantom vibrations Scott mentioned. All that memories that, well, you could look at that or not look at that.
You could look at that if it's indexed, tagged, etc., properly archived. It's not. I mean, it's not like that. You can go to that as if a super brain memory master. I don't know, in your computers, what all the data you have, are you able to keep track of indexing and tagging and properly putting your archives, your files, your... Personally, I'm not.
When you look at memory, also memory in the past, of course it also depends on the materiality, where can you get your memory in your buildings, in your paintings, but it has always been a collective activity. Remember, it's not just individual. I mean, you remember...
Yeah, but for taxonomy it didn't work out, right? For taxonomy, the tagging, because you can tag, as Anna said, you can put the hashtag, which is trending, just to surf on that wave. It's not that it's properly collectively done.
The collective meaning of things. Like the family memories or like the, like when you lose contact. I mean, what an old sociologist, a French sociologist called Maurice Albas, who talk about this, how the activity of memory is something collective, and when you lose the links with some groups, you end up forgetting also what happened with them, with all this memory, as the collective, as the meaning of the things are also collectively entertained by talking about these things, by sharing the photograph, all these kind of things. And if you don't do that, you forget all these things, even if they are materially somewhere.
Obviously, you could forget about all that material. You could leave that, but the reality is that at some kind of level or some kind of point, you know that you could go there. So the memorization professor was talking about, I think that we need a plus of autonomy to deal with that.
I don't know whether I grasp. No, I don't grasp the meaning you give to the term autonomy in this thing.
Autonomy, I mean having the ability to say no to something or to to be in a very simple. Well, we know that this concept have a very more wide spectrum. I'm just referring to.
It includes auto-censorship. It could include, obviously. So, well, in this sense, trying to memorize or trying to fast yourself from all that kind of data needs.
I was thinking about a recent polemic about this right to forgetfulness. Trying to forget that they are living in Spain, that people, now they can ask Google to delete, according to the new European regulation, you can ask Google to delete some information about you. And then there was some polemics about this because some people say, well, this new about this person not only concerns this person, maybe for the community, for other groups, it could be interesting to have this information there. So you don't have the right. You are not the only person who have the right to delete information about you.
Yeah.
And that was that. I mean, what I like about the controversy is also the difficulty to set the limit of what is yours. As I said this morning, what is yours and what is not only yours. I mean, it's an information that talk about me. It regards me, but maybe it doesn't regard me only. I mean, of course, what is people having taken decisions, have a public concern.
But the situation is regarding Google as a whole. We are here specifically talking about personal accounts. The privacy terms and conditions of your email. It's very concrete. It's your email, no? It's your data, and we are not talking about Google.
Yeah, but
as a searcher.
This email thing also can be. Because, for instance, if it's the email account of the university, if it's the email account of your employer, well, there have been a lot of polemic going on because it's not that just yours. And actually, happened in many trials and even Spanish regulation where your employer has the right to access your email if it's a working place email. So this is this complexity of things. And of course, people feel that this email is personal as well because they use it for their interpersonal communication.
That's the common thing with that. I'm not sure if I have the answer.
No, of course it's a complex thing.
I mean, because it's very, it's this joy to be, it was this new illness, the fear of missing out. So it's the joy of missing out, and that kind of simplifying things.
It's curious because you choose two different metaphors. One is astronomical, constellations, which is, I don't know if you are aware of Walter Benjamin concept of constellation. It's very curious because it would be useful, I think, for your work. What means a constellation? It's an astronomical metaphor. And you use Zygmunt Bauman metaphor of liquidification, perhaps we don't have necessity to refer it to spheres. Why spheres?
No, that is my doubt also, because I started to name it as liquid spheres, but then I said, well, no, it's the liquid environment, but the spheres are not liquid.
Okay, forget the spheres. But there's a curious concept forged by Gilles Deleuze, French philosopher, in his noted article Les sociétés de contrôle. He speaks individuality, these languages.
No, for me sometimes it's the same, it's difficult to
Post-scriptum
explain.
sur les sociétés de contrôle. Il parle d'une chose, he speaks about individuality, that is the infinite possibility of dividing the identity. This is why he speaks that Foucault is outdated. The disciplinary model of Foucault of power is outdated because it's true. Our contemporary culture lives from this capacity to divide,
To count things, to measure
divide.
things.
And to divide, individuality. Our bodies, our minds are submit to a kind of individuality. That is to say, our identity is always incomplete, and thanks God, in my view. Well,
No, it's...
but it's curious because for George Orwell, that's another metaphor. That's not astronomical constellation or natural liquidification, but to vaporize. The party in 1984 can eliminate the pictures by, and he uses the term to vaporize, which is curious, no? In your metaphor, we need water, but in Orwell's metaphor, we need only como é que se diz estado líquido, sólido, líquido e gasoso.
Sim. Changing of stages, solid, liquid and vapors. I really like
I
that
think
vapors.
we are in the third level, not in the liquid level, vapor.
Yeah, but the thing with...
No, I'm joking there.
No, but I like that thing about the vapor. But the thing about vapor is, well, we all know that the material things do not disappear, that they transform. So after the vapor, where it is gone, our concept of privacy. I like that approach, vapors. But the thing is, I still perceive that people have a notion of privacy, the things that is changing, or this construction and reconstruction. And it's my preliminary argument to stay to the constellation and not to vapors, because I still see some kind of forms, construct and deconstruction. It's not completely vapors. I expect not to vapors at all. Well, let's see, maybe it's better, I don't know.
So if there are no more questions, I think I can give the word to the Professor José Ricardo Carvalho, responsible for the project and for this conference. So we can close this meeting
Yes,
better than me.
there will be no closing this crossword because we are a bit tired. I just want to thank everybody, the public, especially the participants, the ones that came from other universities in Portugal and abroad, the colleagues from the University of Beira Interior, also the research team, all that made this conference possible. I think it was interesting, it was useful, but you might have your own evaluation about this. So it's enough. I think it's 5:30. It's done. I won't say a word more. I thank you.